Armored vehicles in place and thousands of police officers deployed in and around Paris Friday, all aimed at keeping out convoys of demonstrators. Inspired by Canadian protests against COVID restrictions. With the Canadian flag propped up behind him, this man says it's extraordinary what protesters are doing in Ottawa and beyond. Drivers from cities across France still planning to converge on the country's capital, defying police orders to stay out. And checking in on protesters in New Zealand, the campout continues outside Parliament, where demonstrators demanding an end to COVID mandates are vowing to stay put until the rules are dropped. They've been here for days now. This too inspired by action in Canada. New Zealand police have made more than 100 arrests. And now New Zealand's prime minister says those protesters don't represent the majority of people in her country who have been vaccinated. And looking ahead to this weekend, there are signs that international unrest will be stepped up in some countries, including possibly the U.S., where reports this week suggest that law enforcement is prepping for the possibility of convoys that may be aimed at disrupting the Super Bowl in Los Angeles Sunday. Now, in stark contrast to these rallies calling for an end to COVID restrictions, a warning from the WHO's top scientist in Cape Town Friday.
We have seen the virus evolve, mutate, and in fact the Omicron variant was detected here in South Africa. The whole world came to know about it because of the scientists here. So we know that there will be more variants of concern, and so we're not at the end of the pandemic.
Worldwide, according to Johns Hopkins University, the number of confirmed COVID-19 cases around the world since the start of the pandemic now sitting at around 407 million. Known deaths are at about 5.8 million, both numbers believed to be an undercount of the true tallies. And just this week, the WHO reporting the number of COVID deaths reported this week 7% higher than the week before. Melissa Duggan, City News.